Hello. Hello. Testing 1, 2. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Oh my gosh, I have my own stream on in the background. Pause. There we go. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to give it a minute. And yes, Mickey, we're going to minimize chat in a bit because I have not seen any spoilers. I've only seen like the first page, like barely anything on the first page. Just like I went to check to see if some place had the chapter available and like the first page comes right up. So I've seen like half of the first page and I screenshotted Hunter x Hunter logo, 392 Intel as the title. I was going to use that as the thumbnail. Turns out I don't know how to put a thumbnail on a live stream anymore. So I have no idea how to do that because it's been that long. YouTube Studio is weird. But yeah, I do want to give it a moment just to see, because usually it takes like 5 minutes for people to get in here. So we'll just do, we'll do a few more minutes. How about this? While we're waiting, I'll show you some fun little toys I got. All right, so I went to Hobby Lobby. I was in a different state for about a month and a half. I took some time off work, just like a week, and went to visit my cousin, who's around the same age as me, just like 2 or 3 years younger. Went to visit him and his wife, and I stayed there for like a month and a half. We had to go to Hobby Lobby for something, and they had anime stuff, which I didn't know they carried. But yeah, check this out. It was in a, I don't think I have the packs still here. They're in the closet. But yeah, little like mystery grab bag. Boom. We got keychains. We got Pockle. Look at that. How sick is that? Then we got, of course, Gone Freaks. These are like the cutest thing. I love them. We got the Hunter x Hunter logo. That's a thick boy. I like that. This was one of the ones that they put as like a mystery one, where it's just a silhouette on the back of the pack. Bam, Hanzo. Hell yeah. Then we got Kurapika. This little satchel on the side. The only thing I really hate is that they put like the Made in China and other garbage on the back of their heads. Like, look at that. Just on his bald ass head. Made in China. This one's one of my favorites. Boom. Netaro. Look at how sick that is. Got his little clogs and his long sleeves. Sick eyebrows. Love it. And the final one we got here. Hisoka. Hell yeah. But anyways, those were at Hobby Lobby. And there's still others that I don't have. So I don't have Leorio, Killua. Shoot, what was Pockle's friend? The girl who died in the Chimera Ant arc? I can't remember her name, but there's one of her, and then the other secret one was Illumi. So I have these all threaded through. Uh-oh. My thumb is stuck. Huh. I have them threaded through my Aluka plushie. Nanika. I think instead of Dolphin-san talking to us in our future videos, I'm just going to have Aluka hanging out behind me where the QB is. And I'm just going to be like, what do you think, Aluka? Zoom in. there you go. Y'all got to see my newest Hunter x Hunter items. Oh, two more. A friend of these found these at a convention, which is pretty sick. Hisoka and his waifu, Machi. I actually have a couple more, but because I moved, I did not take really anything out of the box. Any decorations or figurines. Like I do have one of my posters over there, but I haven't hung it up at all. But yeah, I relocated. I was at an apartment and they wanted to raise my rent like $300 a month. And I was like, no, thank you. So I am 35 years old and am living with my parents again, temporarily until I buy a house. So ready to buy, no longer renting and throwing my money away. But anywho, I haven't been looking at chat, just been waiting for people to show up. I'm trying to avoid any spoilers, even though I know you guys are good about not doing that in the chat. But let's get going. I'm not going to put the chapter on screen just because, I don't want to get my video taken down. But we're going to start our live reaction right meow. Oh, wait. I think on YouTube, I can set like a marker, right? Create highlight. No. Add stream marker. Stream marker added. All right. I guess that worked. Here we go. Live reaction. Pulling it up. Page 1. All right, so we got a bunch of soldiers around. A crowd here. You soldiers need to get over there and do something. The shooters went that way. Everyone step back. No pushing. What are you waiting for? Please make room. Everything's under control. I thought you already caught the culprit. Yeah, so they did make an announcement that they caught, the murderer, I think, to calm people down. Because they did have everyone return to their rooms, but then they were saying it was okay. All right, scrolling down a bit. Looks like a gang war shooting. Please deal with that last Yakuza thug first. How are we meant to get back to our rooms? So one suspect ran away? No, there were two of them. They were all in it together, I think. Isn't there a string of murders happening in the lower tier areas too? Enough gossip. This is unrelated. The perpetrator of those incidents has already been arrested. Yeah, so that's what I was mentioning before. Oh, he's alive. Oh, what? A chaotic gunfight in broad daylight. All right, so the dude that Henry was fighting is still alive, apparently. Surrounded by aura. Interesting. All right, now we scroll past our please support the official release when available in your region, which I do. I do pay for that viz. All right, page 2. We've got some of the army, Royal Army, walking down the hall. We got several reports of an altercation here. Are either of you injured? Can you provide a statement? It's all good. We bumped into each other. Things got a bit out of hand. But we've already worked out our differences. Interesting that he would cooperate like that. Because Morena's people are listed as civilians. So, this could get Henry in a lot of trouble. Witnesses say guns were fired. Yeah, I heard them too. But not sure what that's about. I think they were gunning for me. Huh? You're the underboss of the Shiyu family, right? Yes, but this guy's just a civilian. You're free to go then. Oh, okay, thanks for taking it easy on me. Damn, and he just walks away? And the back of his head is covered in blood? Oh, that doesn't make any sense. All right. I mean, it's there because he got hit, but... All right, so the Royal Army guy is talking to Henry. We won't be able to cover for you if you keep drawing attention and roughhousing civilians. Got it, says Henry. Oh, he's whispering. How much are you willing to fork over for the location of the Haley boss? Ooh, this guy, he might know something. Maybe I should, just so you guys see where I'm at, put like, no, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble, guys. All right, so about 50 mil, assuming it's reliable info, says Henry. And this army guy's smirking. Generosity is my favorite virtue. I hear you're at each other's throats. That's right. So where is she? Where is she? Henry's turning into Batman. First things first, the money. Not going to happen. I need to confirm the intel first. The name of this chapter, Intel. I get where you're coming from, but I'm putting my neck on the line here. I can't risk being double-crossed over this. 30 mil up front, non-negotiable. What's your source? The info better be worth it. I know the guy who was in charge of the ship's wiring. He told me the more loose-lipped workers were disposed of. Before we even boarded. Were disposed of before we even boarded. When I started asking about naming names, he shut me down. But apparently they set up a lot of wiring for a room that doesn't show up on the ship's plans. Ho ho. So unless it's you guys who have a secret hideout, I figure it has to be them. Interesting. Ooh. I see some aura around Henry staring at this Royal Army guy. I don't know if that's just like a sinister look they're giving each other. I mean, we've got some onomatopoeia here, which looks like go. Go, go, go. Who knows? I don't know if they're emitting aura or just giving each other an evil stare. So back to Henry. I'll fetch the money. Wait here. But in return, you'll have to lead me to her yourself. Fine by me. I'll take you right to their doorstep. All right, Henry's walking away. And the guy says, all right, everyone, you're free to pass. We'll be keeping watch here for a little while longer. Please relax and continue on your way. Henry's just walking away. Everyone cool. Bloody guy still walking away. Whoa! Oh, haha. All right, so we got... At first I thought this was Krollo on this dude's back just because of the haircut and the mark. Misha Howe, deceased, ex-member of the Shiyu family, post-mortem Nen ability. Zombie girl, Misha, the Shiyu's Undertaker. Her ability manifested after she died. Whenever a family member is involved in a killing, she appears to inconspicuously dispose of the body. Once that's accomplished, she vanishes. That is a cool ability. So now we know who Misha is. It is not the cat that turned into a camera. I saw that comment on my previous video, and I did think, oh, okay, that makes sense. And now it looks like Henry is going to be able to stay on this floor as well, since he did not kill a civilian, and it appears Misha is the one making him cooperate and say, like, oh, yeah, we just bumped into each other. It's okay. Translators note the Japanese is a play on an old French pop song, La Vie en Rose. Rose? Anyways, zombie girl. And then we have a nice view of the black whale, just continuing to sail. Okay, we've got Oh boy. So, my thought when I received the tweet, for any of you who were on Twitter, I said, someone had tweeted at me. I'm not going to say their name on stream just in case they don't want that, but had tweeted at me, please do a live reaction. This chapter is wild. I screamed like a bitch. So I was like, okay, I'll do a live reaction. I did happen to see there was a hashtag trending, but I won't go into that yet. But I do see now we've got the Blood Guy's ability. What was his name? Zakuro? Something like that. See the little blood drops flying around the hall. They're spying on people. They're zooming in on somebody. Ah, found another one over there. Which way this time? Okay, so they're looking for people who are tall. Zakura and Lynch approach the guy. Are you Hisoka? Huh? Are you Hisoka? Yes or no? Sorry, I think you've got the wrong guy. Blah! Pow! Lynch punches him. You've got the wrong guy. Damn. So he gets punched. What the hell was that for? Hanaru, you okay, man? It ain't him. Next. I'll call the authorities. You don't say. The Shiyu is on the manhunt. Get in the way and you're dead. If you've got a problem, come to our base on Tier 4. We'll compensate you for any inconvenience caused. Can't tell if that's sincere or a threat. I'm pretty sure it's a threat. But yes, I have a feeling I'm going to see Hisoka. Because I think that's what was trending. Hashtag Hisoka. But that's it. Alright, back to Zakuro. Ah, found another one. This time it's over there. I'm just spitballing here, but can't we just ignore weak-looking ones, since they're obviously not Hisoka? No, we can't. We don't even know what powers he has. Ah, now that you mention it, he has the ability to change his height. Or if he has the ability to change his height, isn't this whole plan pointless? All right, they're in an open area with some escalators and, plants. Looks like basically like the center of a mall. And they're both looking across. There's a very thin panel with a tall man. Oh, Jesus, come on. He's got a spade right here on his collar. Ding, ding, ding. I think we've got our man. Oh, he's got a heart on the back of his clothes. They're following him. Lynch approaches. You, Hisoka? You are? Lynch. You? Boom, she punches him. Nothing. No reaction. But then you got Zakuro just, oh. Oh, God. Oh. She falls over. Oops, my bad. I couldn't help slipping in a counterblow. A little diamond there in that word bubble after a sentence. So, what are you after? He took Lynch out so easily. And this aura. It's so oppressive. It's gotta be him. You are Hisoka, right? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm the one asking the questions now. Hell yeah. She's just laying on the ground. We don't know the specifics, but our family is searching for you. If you want to know more, why not follow me? Oh, that look. He's just sending chills down Zakura's spine. Zakura's sweating. All right, I got to confirm that is his name, and I can't look at chat. So 2 seconds here. Because if I'm saying his name like that over and over again, and that's not his name, that's embarrassing. Let's see. We're going to the Hunter Wikia. All right, we're just doing a quick character search. Characters. Do. Go in here. Explore. Oh, there's my search. Zakuro? Yes, Zakuro Custard. All right, Zakuro. I was saying it right. Back to the chapter. Oh, I love this page of just Hisoka. Big face staring at Zakuro. All right, so we've changed our focus back to a hallway, or back to like the mall-looking area. Seems there were shots heard in Area E. From what I understand, 2 soldiers shot each other and a GU man roughed up a civilian, but I doubt this was really just a random brawl. Are any of your military forces saying anything? Pleasure doing business with you. Unfortunately, they've probably been given gag orders. It's really becoming a full-on war, huh? I'll bet the grunts roaming around the lower tiers will talk for the right price. But since no one's bothering to silence them, their info is most likely worthless. A bit off topic. But you got an autograph paper? Any autograph paper? Huh? What are you talking about? I don't stock useless crap like that. I only order things customers are willing to pay 10 times the retail price for. I'd pay 100 times for more. Oh, this must be one of the guys who's a fan of the Phantom Troop. I think this was one of the guys who was on the 5th floor. Isn't he? Let's see. Are your military people saying anything? I'll bet grunts roaming the lower tiers will talk for the right price. So this guy must not be on the 5th. Maybe he's on the 4th. I don't know. Whatever. I'm talking about the important stuff. Booze, tobacco, drugs, painkillers, gambling tickets, and stuff like that. Well, I guess that makes sense. Should I just use regular paper instead? No way. You won't find any niche goods like that in Tier 3's mall or black market. Oh, so he's on Tier 3. I'd like to do this properly and use autograph paper. If I had randomly bumped into them, asking for autographs on my clothes would have shown my devotion, but they know I've had plenty of time to prepare for this. I don't want to seem half-assed. I bet. If you're that adamant, you could try Tier 1's general store. Tier 1? There's a store up there? Think they'll carry some? Most likely. If not, they usually get the requested items delivered to the ship. And if you let them know the specifics, they'll drop it off at your doorstep. That service is limited to the upper classes, though. You'll have to look for contacts. The requested item has to be deliverable by air, and no orders are accepted after the 14th day of the voyage. The express delivery deadline is 3 days before that. For something as small as autograph paper, they could do a personal delivery via drone. That should extend the deadline somewhat. It all depends on your connections and cash. Such as the Old World. Goods list is sent to the Old World via drone. Deliveries are handled by blimp or large-sized drones. I see. Oh, we got some people listening in. Sorry about all the trouble. Gotta keep an eye out for a suspicious guy over 190 centimeters tall. Oh, that he was thinking. Someone crossed the GU in Area E's public hall. I'll bring them Hisoka and get those signatures on autograph paper as my reward. Looks like he's Henry, or looks like it's Henry. Cool. Let's head to Area E then. So you've got one of the Moar people who's got the like rose tattoo with the underboss of the other group. Not the Shiyu family, not the Haley family. What was his name? Kenny. 4 days until the deadline is what this other soldier or other mafia dude's thinking with his little pompadour undercut. You guys sniff around a little more for intel. Check up to Area C if you have to. After that, return to headquarters and report the findings to the troop. Yes, sir. This is getting tricky. I figured if I gave the troop free rein to search Tier 4, they'd split up. But they're staying in the office, so we've got to be cautious. That Haley hitman placed his activation mark on the office, but the troop are clearly cunning enough to wait for him to come. They've navigated the standoff between the three families expertly, and they're fully aware that it's key for them to deal with the hitman before tracking down Hisoka. What a pack of cold-blooded wolves. Making sure the spiders stay in line is way too tricky. Maybe we should let the Haley deal with the troop and just concentrate on securing Hisoka. Need a drink. So much reading. Got another black cherry. All right. Once they've managed to kill Hisoka, they'll probably try looting Tier 1 for all it's worth. Hard to say what they're really after, though. Too many variables. But first things first, let's find Hisoka. You're kind of too late, bro. You're too late, Kenny. Assuming he's the civilian that skirmished with the GU, that'd mean they're a step ahead of us. But it would confirm Henry's taking a similar approach. We'll preserve the balance and use Hisoka to crush Haley and the troop. All right, they got all the Moar people here. Securing him is our top priority. Then we've got the Haley family. Outside of their boss, we don't know anything about their numbers, not even how many there are. They could be Nen users too. Avoid traveling alone. Hisoka is pivotal. He's a floor master at the Heavens Arena. If you find him, do not approach until I arrive. We'll move on to the next stage if Henry or I succeed in negotiating with him. Then we'll just sit back and watch the troop and the Haley whittle away at each other. Got a fly in my room. All right, we see them dispersing, walking out. And Kenny's thinking to himself, if Hisoka really has what it takes to exterminate the spiders, then it'd be much easier to just let them go at it. But going off the footage of his fights at Heaven's Arena, he seems to enjoy stacking the deck against himself. Everyone involved here is unpredictable. But he did say, basically, he's not going to do that anymore. He's not going to stack the deck against himself. Hisoka has changed, is what I believe. All right, now we must be at the super low tiers because we're just seeing... Yeah, we're back at the floor 5 because we're seeing kind of the slums area. Back to the room where the troop are hanging out. We got Finks. We got Nobunaga. Phaeton reading a book or a magazine. Got a dude checking out the computers and cameras. Nothing out of the ordinary. He's looking down a hallway. Hey, we're on to Nobunaga. Hey, why don't we get Franklin and split into teams of 2? That way we could search outside in shifts, right? He'd just turn us down. You know how much he hates cramped places. Yeah, Franklin's just chilling, like, in the lunch area, just assuming Hisoka's going to attack him. All right, you guys hold down the fort while Franklin and I take a look around. Huh? With the three of us here, the enemy is going to have difficulties attacking. Oh, Phaeton talking. Oh, he's like laying in a bunk bed. And the other dude's one of the other guys just passed out in the lower bunk. With the three of us here, the enemy is going to have difficulties attacking. We shouldn't let ourselves lose patience before that happens. Knock, knock. Well, someone's at the door. Oh? Is the search team back? Knock, knock. I'm coming. Big Bro Biku, don't do it. Troop members, come quick. That's the guy who was looking at the cameras. What the hell is this? Knock, knock. Oh, God. Son of a... He could have taken us by surprise. He's like reaching his arm through to knock. Yeah, that's crazy. Just like reaching his arm through a wall to knock. But he'd rather play with us. Look at this one. The search team's back. Hey. Did they just vanish? Oh boy. So you got people who were with them who just vanished. Doesn't matter how many grunts are around if they can't use Nen. Huh? Where are my bros? Don't come out. Bolt the door. Keep an eye on the search team and let us know the second anything happens. Yes, sir. Hey. Ooh, little slit pops open in the door. This isn't like you. It isn't like you at all. Oh my God. You're supposed to betray the Char. Oh yeah, that's the other gang. Head to the upper decks and murder all those filthy rich bastards. Don't you think you're playing a little too nice with them? I'm so disappointed. We should just kill everyone? You just a glutton for murder or something? Anyway, what do you know about us? I suppose the Wikipede entry about you being a band of brutal thieves was inaccurate. Should I edit it for you? Go right ahead. While you're at it, add a line about how we show no mercy to fools that piss us off. A request so sharp it could cut. Chapter end. Ooh, this is a nice color page by @MadsArt. MADDSS Art. ART. On Twitter. Colored the page with Hisoka and the Zakuro. So, let's pop open the chat. Since I haven't seen you guys while I was reading, that took a while. All right. Colbert, I'm excited that this all is happening in Tier 3. Lots of interesting characters are here. Leorio, Cheadle, Morena, Spiders. Hisoka is too fucking cool. This arc is impressive. So many stories. Serenity. Stumbled on the stream by accident. What kind of ice cap is that? It looks so cute. Oh, we got the Kirby hat. I got this at an arcade while I was visiting Texas. It was like an arcade where it's mostly like Japanese video games, like imported, a lot of rhythm games. It was pretty cool. I can't wait to see what Nobunaga can do, and Hisoka is on a whole nother level now. Yes. Hisoka has leveled up. Man, I love his outfit is super simple. It's just like an all black, it's almost like a romper or a onesie, but it's got the heart on the back and then the spade on the collar. You know, he's looking real chill. We got the casual Hisoka. To think it took us 20 years to finally get a Nobunaga fight. Yeah, for real. He's had his moment with, Gon and Killua. But, yeah. In one of the translations, Fink says a massacre is a fool's idea of fun when speaking to Looney. Interesting. I wish the spiders would clap Looney, but I think they might actually team up with him. So it's Shiyu, Char plus Hisoka versus the Haley plus Troop. I don't know. But I am glad we got to see Hisoka. What do we think happened with Hisoka and Zakuro, though? Right? I don't imagine Hisoka just following Zakuro. Man, I have to catch up so I can watch these streams. Yes. Definitely do. I mean, now you can just go on Viz. Like, they have all the chapters there, and you don't have to, like, buy them like you used to. You used to have to buy the individual, like, volumes digitally. But now if you just do their $2 a month thing, they have every chapter there. Just like pretty much how they switched all their other manga a couple years ago to be like that. I don't want Zakuro to die, but where would he lead him? Henry should be busy looking for Morena. Yeah, I can't imagine. Well, I don't think he didn't kill Lynch, right? It seemed like he just punched Lynch, knocked her down because she was just there. Like, there was some onomatopoeia there about her kind of just groaning. Radio Creed, I do think Hisoka took Zakuro on the offer. He has no reason to kill him or make an enemy out of the Mafia when they can make his spider kills easier. This is true. Yes, this is true. I do like Zakuro. I think his ability is pretty cool. You know, it's not, so far at least, it's not complex enough to where it's just like, oh, we haven't seen the rest of it. Like, where, maybe there's, if they left part of the ability a little more mysterious, it'd be like, well, he can't die until we see the rest of that, but we don't have that, so we can't guarantee that. Zakuro, Hisoka may be intercepted by Kenny Wang's group, and Hisoka escapes in the chaos, leading to a Hisoka, I'm combining Zakuro and Hisoka POV chapter. Ho ho. I saw I missed a question. Do you think Jing, Pariston, and beyond are not getting involved at all, just for the Dark Continent to arrive? Yeah, I could see that. I think when Beyond said that he wasn't going to do anything until, they got to the fake Dark Continent, the new continent, he said something like that of like, hey, I'm not looking to do anything. I'll just sit in my cell. I believe Kurapika confirmed he was not lying, but still, that could mean that he has no plans. Sorry if you hear my parents' dogs barking. But that may mean he doesn't have any plans. But Pariston and others, Jing, could have plans to get beyond. But with so much going on right now, I could really only see their involvement if things are really getting out of control and like noticeable to them. Maybe the other Zodiac members who are guarding Beyond have to be called away. And if it leaves Beyond with just Sayu, then since Sayu is the mole, Sayu is, the one who's reporting to Pariston, that could be a bad situation. Although I don't really see Beyond as like evil or anything, so do we consider it a bad situation if he gets a little loose? But yeah, I just don't see them getting too involved right now. We still haven't seen the tree Togashi kept tweeting about. Yes, that is true. He did tweet it again, like adding more detail to it. I have a feeling we may see something with like the gatekeeper in the Dark Continent. It's possible. Or we just bounce away from the boat, from the Black Whale, and we go to, we could go to the Dark Continent. We can go to the New Continent. We could be checking up on our friends Agon and Killua. Maybe we get something about Gyro. I still have hope that something like that will happen. But at this point, he's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, possibly the Gatekeeper. Possibly Dawn Freaks. Maybe we see what Dawn Freaks is up to in the Dark Continent. That is certainly possible. But man, when I first opened up the chapter, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, we are sticking around to hang out with Henry and Zakuro and all them. Because when I did get that tweet with the excitement to live react to this chapter, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to bounce to a different storyline on the boat. Or we're going to see Hisoka. Like, it's not just going to be, some infighting with the Mafia, because a lot of us probably aren't emotionally invested in a lot of the Mafia characters right now, because they haven't been involved for very long. Real time-wise, it's been 4 years, but not involved long enough in the manga to care too much about a lot of them. I do find it interesting that Morena was the cover photo for volume 37. That makes it feel like she will have a longer part to play. And you know what I didn't comment on, which I totally should have in the last reaction, was the color page that Togashi did for 391. Where clearly the ceremony pot was some giant monster. And, you've got this giant monster, and then just a picture of Gon and Yusuke. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, it's like this monster with a ceremony pot on his head. So who knows what that's about? It's possible the spiders will capture Looney so Crollo can steal his ability. I like that. Crollo sort of has a teleportation ability already. He used it on Nobunaga when he attacked Hisoka in York New City. The other thing is he is... I mean, they may attempt to do that. It's possible. And they probably don't know what floor Crollo is on right now, but he is on the higher floors. So let me see. I had a picture saved. So we've got Illumi and Kaluto are on the 3rd floor. You've got Cashew, who was just like the person who kind of gave information to Mizai about what happened with Looney, and then Cashew was like pretending to be an innocent bystander, and then was walking away and said, "Oh, I like to take my time." But I guess this was also like day 4 of the trip, is when this image was shown of the boat and like showing where everyone is at. And yeah, it showed Looney in the Haley office on the 3rd floor, but obviously now Looney is on the 5th tier again. Henry was pictured as being on the 4th floor, but is now on the 3rd. But yeah, it's got Nobunaga, Finks, Phaeton were on the bottom. Same thing with Franklin. He's in the dining hall. Machi was on the 5th floor. But yeah, as far as your 3rd floor, you've got Illumi and Kaluto, which is interesting. And then you have Cheadle, Leorio, and Gel, one of the Zodiacs. Or Gel? I'm going to go with Gel. Oh, a whole lot of the Zodiacs there. Mizai, Botobai, Pion, Cluck, Ginta. Damn. Abraham. I have a friend, Abraham. The Abram. What up? Good to see ya. I recognize a lot of you. Rhodia Creed. I think I said Radio Creed earlier. That's my bad, but I recognize you. Welcome back. It is definitely awesome to be back doing some live reactions. Of course, Siegfried. Hells yeah. I am so invested in Henry right now. I mean, Henry's ability is dope. I love that ability. The focus on Morena basically confirms that we're not getting Gyro again. From a writing perspective, she's pretty much a recycling of Gyro's concept, an appeal tailored to fit the succession war. I guess, like, backstory-wise, I see that, but, you know, Gyro's a Chimera ant and retained his full personality when born and just, like, left the nest and went to Meteor City and then had all these followers come to Meteor City as well. The main thing about Gyro is just that one panel about being in the same city as Gon but not encountering each other. It's like, why mention that if they're not going to eventually encounter each other? That's why I have the interest in Gyro. Do you think that we are going to get a final conclusion to Kurapika, Hisoka, and the spider beefs? Like deaths? Oof. I don't know. I would say... I mean, there's going to be some casualties. I actually find... I'm more interested in seeing Kurapika confront the 4th prince and seeing that the 4th prince, like, potentially has Pyro's head in a jar and seeing that, then Kurapika's reaction to the fact that the spider are on board, because he had some resolve there. You know, he had an opportunity to go after them after York New City and kind of didn't, but imagine if he doesn't really mind that they are there. Imagine if Kurapika teamed up with them in a way. That would be nuts. But do they forgive him? You know, that's a big thing. Some of them may, you know, like Finks and Phaeton, since they encountered Gon and Killua at the auction. And basically, you know, because of the memories they received from Pakunoda, were kind of like, they were like, all right, man, don't worry about it. We're cool. I hope the Zodiac abilities are revealed. Yes. Time will tell. I wouldn't be surprised if Togashi either drops Gyro or changes his initial plan of how he's potentially implemented. Yeah, I do think it's a small chance. that we get to see him. But in my mind, I still just imagine it as this small open plot line that could potentially happen just because of how much time was spent on Gyro. Crollo needed a lot of prep to win, so if it's a sudden fight, my bet is on Hisoka. Yeah, I mean, Crollo also got the better of him once, so, like, is that going to happen again? I don't think the spider will get completely wiped out, but Hisoka's going to take one of them out. Like, one of the spider, at least one, will die. And, you know, Togashi made a comment about, you know, hey, I wanted to make a fight where someone said I'm 100% going to win, and then they actually 100% win. Because normally when someone is so confident in manga, they lose. And he also made a comment about, basically he kept Machi alive just to send a message so that she could report back to the troop about what Hisoka said and the threat that, hey, next time, you know, I'm going to do things my way, and I'm not going to stack the cards against myself and blah, 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 blah. So, like, Machi could be next. Like, Hisoka, or not Hisoka, Togashi almost killed Machi. So, unfortunately, the only time I've ever shipped characters, which is why I have my Hisoka and Machi figures hanging on top of my PC right here. My cute little guys here. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Togashi does not see it the same way. So, I think Machi's on the cutting room, or on the cutting room floor. She's on the chopping block. I could definitely see Shizuku, Bolanolov, or as I call him, Boner Love. He could be on the chopping block. Just because there's not a lot to his character. But yeah, I'm worried for Machi. Hashtag pray for Theta. Hashtag pray for Machi. Let's see. I don't think Morena would be directly tough in a fight, though I doubt Big and Duff could manage to kill her mainly for plot reasons. Why are there Kurapika memes everywhere now? I don't know. Send me the Kurapika memes. I love them. I think if Morena and Gyro are similar writing-wise, it'd still be interesting to have him at some point. It's a similar character in a wildly different context. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that Hisoka might be fake, and it's just Bolanolov's disguise. How dare you make me think this? Morgana days. How dare you? Oh, man. And Zakuro doesn't really know anything about Hisoka or his abilities. So you could be right. I mean, technically they were on the 4th floor, but that was like 6 days ago in the journey. Because I think we're on day 10 or 11 right now. But the last time we saw an image of where everyone is located, Boner Love was on the 4th floor. But that is certainly possible. God damn. Hold on. Let's go back to the chapter and see how Hisoka reacts initially. All right. So they kind of see him in the middle of a crowd. But he walks past them, and they start to follow him. Hey, you Hisoka? You are Lynch. You? Boom. Gives him a punch in the stomach. I mean, Boner Love definitely has the capability to take that hit and give a counterpunch. What did he say, though, about himself? Like, he wanted to go with Crollo. Where are my volumes? Oh, there they are. He wanted to go to Crollo, but he said he wasn't smart enough to come up with a plan. But now he is with Crollo, with Crollo and Shizuku. So this could be Crollo's plan. But I guess it depends on how much the spider are communicating with each other. Because Finks, Phaeton, and well, yeah, I don't see how this benefits them because even Crollo, all the spider know that the Mafia are helping look for Hisoka. So what good would it be to pose as Hisoka and interrupt the Mafia? Because now, then Hisoka is questioning, like, who are you? What are you after? And he's like, yeah, you are Hisoka, right? Oh, you didn't hear me. I'm the one asking questions now. We don't know the specifics, but our family is searching for you. If you want to know more, why not follow me? And he's got this smirk on his face. Yeah, I gotta say this is Hisoka. All right. Morgana Days, you scared me for a second. I appreciate that, though, because I like going down that train of thought and just it allowed me to at least eliminate that from my mind. But yeah, it does seem pretty genuine that it is Hisoka. USSH, if they team up, it's going to be because they're forced to. I don't see them forgiving each other, talking about Kurapika and the troop. Imagine Kurapika allies with the troop for defense on Wobble in return for him killing Hisoka. Oh, shit. Hashtag pray for Melody. Yes, she has been summoned to the Fourth Prince's quarters. I can't imagine that going well. Kurapika is now drowning in a sea of emptiness. That's the meme. There's like 10,000 versions of it. I love it. I don't think Hisoka is Bono. He was sticking with Crollo due to being weak. Why would he isolate himself and morph into Hisoka? How would that... Yeah, so that's my thought. I mean, I wouldn't say he's weak. I think he just said he was dumb. Like, he couldn't come up with a plan. I think Botanical Weapon Barian is going to be OP. Yeah. I had at one point I was making like a troll video. Or Brionne, I think it was called. Baryon. But at one point I was making a troll video about my Hunter x Hunter theories. And one of them was going to be that Beans is a Brionne because of his head and being on a normalish body, and that they both begin with B and have an N in it. I had a bunch of just really dumb, obviously not true theories that I had for this video. Or I didn't have a bunch. I had like 4. One of them was that Hisoka was bit in the dick by a Hellbell because the Hellbell like gives you murderous intent, and that's why Hisoka is a psycho. but also gets horny because the Hellbell bit him in the dick. That was my theory. That's my favorite theory that I also kind of convinced myself is a possibility. So, it's like 99% not true, but 1% of me believes that Hisoka was bit by a Hellbell, possibly in the dick. You never know. You never know. I doubt we will see Varian. We will probably have different opponents when we reach the DC. Yeah, certainly possible. I actually don't remember if it was specifically said that what area of the DC we're heading to. Like, are we going east or west? Well, I guess we could just look at the map, right? Let's see. I think I have the map here saved. Not that one. No. Okay. So, if here's the world, we are starting here and we have to do a loop this way. And then we go to this dark continent, which is technically the new continent. And then we do another loop. So it looks like we're heading east. The far ocean boundary. Yeah, I believe we are heading east, which is where the first book released, right? Like the first Ben Akinusi. Nerdia, do you remember me? 100%? Not 100%, but I will say your last name looks very familiar. I don't want to lie to you and say yes 100%, but I will say your name does sound familiar. It's been 4 years, guys. Please forgive me. But, well, I did like 4 or 5 streams 2 years ago. I think it was like 5 streams I did. I did like a topic of the week, which lasted like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I gave up. Oh, boy. Do you have any idea of Nobunaga's ability? Surely he's not just some lad with N. Yeah, there's probably something more to it, which I think is good, that it hasn't been fully revealed, right? Like, we do know anyone who enters that N, like, boom, flash a light, he's cutting you up. But yeah, there could certainly be more to that. There could be something with his sword, being crazy. I think he was pretty high. Not high, but... Or maybe he was... I forgot his ranking as far as arm wrestling strength. I feel like it was in the middle of the pack somewhere, right? I don't remember. I definitely skipped some questions and comments on accident. I'm probably going to jump off here in about 9 minutes. I wanted to do a live reaction because someone reached out on Twitter and made me giggle with the way they said they reacted to the chapter. I probably won't do live reactions every time, just because I usually like to digest the chapter, come up with my thoughts, take a lot of notes, and then compile a video and actually have like good ideas and thoughts on it. Whereas live reactions, it's fun when it's a really exciting chapter like this one. Like, definitely had me excited. But then otherwise, afterwards, I usually don't have a ton to talk about because I got to gather my thoughts. And my memory is terrible. So I usually go back and read certain chapters and look for certain bits of information almost every time. Well, probably every time I've done a chapter reaction. So yeah, I'll do a live one occasionally when I get funny tweets that don't spoil anything and just say do a live reaction. So feel free to tweet at me on a Thursday or Friday and tell me it is worth doing a live reaction. But if you're wrong and you trick me and it's a basic chapter, I'll remember that for at least a few days. Because again, my memory sucks a lot. All right, let's go back. Let's cover a few comments that I definitely missed. Let's see. The seventh Prince's Beast is the one that creates an illusion of what you desire. And he's tied to the Mafia here. So I think it may show Hisoka to someone. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I like this idea. Aspen. That is a good one. Let's see. I think they reach the DC. It's going to be a survival thing. New groups will be formed with the purpose of simply not dying. That's what I think. Also, all civilians are so dead. Yeah, man, it seems like this kingdom, the Kakin kingdom, it's like they care so much about the survival of their kingdom in one way and thriving and choosing the right king, but they're willing to just get rid of so many of their people, you know? Killing thousands of their people. But obviously, what's 2,500 people? It's a drop in the bucket compared to your population. So maybe that's okay. But yes, if the DC is really like just a fight for survival, you could definitely end up with some interesting groups of people having to party up. Aspen, I love that the Hellbell threat is rated A and all of humanity combined is rated A. Yep. Do you think Hisoka will have a new Nen ability in addition to Bungee Gum and Texture Surprise? I kind of hope he doesn't, in just the fact that he has used Bungee Gum in interesting ways. Not like the craziest ways, but, catching, oh my God, what is his name? See, this is what I'm talking about. The butler who he killed during the election arc, catching his coins, flinging them back, and just his fight with Crollo. It's like not the most creative of ways, but still, it's good shit. Goto, thank you. Yeah, Goto. See, I can't remember anything. Maybe my beanie is too tight and it's crushing my brain. That's a possibility. The way Hisoka knocked out Lynch reminded me of what Crollo did to Neon. Yeah, we don't know what other abilities Crollo has. Could he be disguising? But also, I just feel like... part of it is I want this to be the real Hisoka because I love Hisoka. But also, I don't see the spider kind of... They're aware that the Mafia is searching for Hisoka, and that would benefit them. More people on the ground, boots on the ground, doing their dirty work. So I don't see why they would interrupt that. Yo, Kenny Mays. I hope I'm saying that right. And Mr. Sanchez in the building, an OG of the channel. All right, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Sorry if I missed anyone's comments. But yeah, I'll still put out a video with my thoughts. I got to gather my thoughts. Probably not going to work on any of that tonight, but I got the weekend. I think I'm supposed to go out to dinner. My grandfather is turning 98 years old. He has eaten some of the herbs from the Dark Continent. It's crazy. But yeah, so we're going out. But I will work on that this weekend. So possibly tomorrow or Sunday, y'all get a video. Yeah, 98, dog. Yeah, the nitro rice hits different. But hey, I appreciate y'all jumping on to the live stream because I really only decided to do that like earlier today. And then I just posted about it on Twitter like 15 minutes before I jumped on. So to anyone who joined, thank you very much. I'll see y'all in a day or two for the real chapter reaction thoughts. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. Later. Bye.